ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is a
Hey, hello everybody, welcome to my channel Zev, I'm Z. Today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be doing exactly as the title says, and that's I'm going to be showing you how to make Asian chai. Now, chai comes in many different forms, depending upon which part of the world you're in, but I'm going to show you how to make it typically the Asian style of the Pakistani-Indian region. Now, why am I making a video showing you how to make chai? Well, I went to one of these local supermarkets the other day, and they were selling these chai tea bags. And I've got to be honest, these chai tea bags, they were quite fancy looking. They weren't cheap either. It was about, I think, 15 in a pack for about a £5. And I thought, okay, well, let's try it out. And you know, it was. Don't get me wrong, it was a nice. I mean, you can make it the same way as English, like English tea. You put the chai tea bag in with water, top up a bit of milk, and you know, it was nice, but I found the flavour to be exaggerated, and for the price I thought, my god, you know, I mean, is this what people think chai tea is? And I thought, let me show you how original chai is made. In Urdu or Hindi they call it doodh patti, which means obviously it's made with milk, being the doodh. And basically this is going to be the traditional form of the chai. Now I'm going to basically set the ingredients on screen, so you should be able to see that now. The kettle on the boil already, so I'm just turning the cooker on the pan now. So yeah, just accelerate the process. I've got some water in the kettle already. Depending how many people you're making for, I'm going to say about a teacup worth of water. Now, the tea I'm making should be enough for at least, I would say, easily 3-4 people. But I'm adding just a teacup of water. Now, the secret of this is that the majority of it is milk, yeah? Now, depending, like I said, in India, Pakistan, like I said, there are many different variations of doodh patti. So, don't think that what I'm saying is just the only version. This is not gospel. It's being brewed to a boil. I'm going to be putting in tea bags of Fiji tips in. But if you do like, you know, like Tetley or whatever it is, this will work all the same. I mean, to be honest, a tea bag is a tea bag. I've just grown up with PG tips. I find it's got a slightly more authentic kind of Asian taste that I like to it, so that's the reason why I go for it. But I mean, if you're a Yorkshire tea bag fan, go for it. It makes no difference at all. I'm just showing you how to make the concept of chai, the tea itself, and how we'll give it that chai flavour. So, as you can see, what I've done, I've just put tea bags into the water. I'm just going to bring it slightly in for a closer view there. There we go. Just leaving it to the boil now. In fact, I'm gonna actually turn the heat down, just let it brew slowly. I don't want to rush the process. It's all about taking your time with chai. You don't want to rush the process. You want it to brew slowly. You want the water to darken. The chai, we're adding tea bags. I'm gonna let it darken. And now what I've got here, which I'm gonna add to it shortly. I'm not sure if you've seen these, but you can get these in the shops as well. Just let that focus if it focuses. There we go. So basically, these are what we call cardamom pods. Now, cardamom pods, these are fantastic. We call them in our language, we call them lachi. But cardamom pods are absolutely amazing. That's what enhances the flavour in the chai. Now, with these cardamom pods, the little technique to these is that you just basically break it apart like this. If you have to push it quite hard, and what it does is it splits it open, and then you put it in. So again, just push it quite hard, and then put it in. What you don't want to do is to push it so that it completely splits, and then inside there's these little black herbs. You don't want them to fall out. What you want to do is just crack it or roll it between the fingers enough, just so that it cracks, just like that, and put it in. So I put 3 cardamom pods in there. Again, I'm just going to let it brew with the tea bags into the water. Let that concentrate, let the flavour really infuse into the water. That will really just enhance the flavour of all of it. And like I said, leaving it on a low heat just to brew, to really thicken up. I mean, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring that closer to the pan just to show you how it's looking. I'll just give it a little bit of a twirl around. Can you see the thickness of that? Ooh. Yeah. so I don't want to bring it too close to the camera just because of the steam, but you get the hang of that. So, right now, the reason I like doing it this way is I find that using water as the base really does a better job in terms of bringing out the flavour from the tea bag and the cardamom pods. In some cultures, they don't even use water, they go straight in with the milk and they just add the tea bags and the cardamom pods after, which is fine, you can do that. But I find the process of brewing is, it takes longer, it's a bit harder, which is why you'll often see, particularly if you watch on the travel channels, when you see Pakistani men in their little tea shops, and they've got like a ladle or something, and they've got it in the pan, and they're lifting and pouring and lifting and pouring the tea in the air back into the pan. And the reason they do that is to force the brewing process to happen. This is just a good little hack, actually, for bringing that brew process out more efficiently and more quickly. And I mean, I'll still be doing a little bit of the ladle and to drop it up and down just to kind of like infuse the flavour a bit more. But this is just so much more easier and so much more I think efficient for the way that we would make it in the household as well. So here it looks like it's coming into brew quite nicely actually now. Let me just turn the heat up a bit. I mean, it doesn't need to be boiling, you know, like bubbling, boiling. We just need it to literally have enough time just to bring the flavours of the tea bag out, just to have enough time just to soften the cardamom pods that I put in there, the luchi. Now, there's a bit of a debate. What else goes into the tea? Now, there are other things you can add. Now, I don't know how to describe it, but there is a type of cinnamon which you can have, and the type of cinnamon that I'm thinking of, I've seen it in parts of, like, I mean, we use it in Indian and Pakistani food because we use it in our rice, we use it in everything. But this type of cinnamon we use, it looks like a bit of tree bark. You know, it looks like a, you know, like a thick bit of wood. But I'd say, like, we usually get like a little bit of bark or the cinnamon twig, and we put it into the tea as well. But I mean, in this case, we don't have that. So I mean, if you have cinnamon powder, you can use a little bit of cinnamon powder if you wish. But I mean, to be honest, even that's not really necessary for the chai. I mean, that's just a nice little flavorful touch, if anything. But I mean, chai, just the way I'm making it here, is as authentic as it gets, really. So that's fine. But I mean, if you want to, you know, put in a little bit of cinnamon powder, if you feel like you just want to give it just a little bit more of a, I don't know, taste of Asia, then fine, you can do that. But the way I'm doing it here, just with even just the cardamom pods and the tea bags, absolutely fine. That is enough to infuse the flavour of the tea and to bring the original taste about. So that's now bringing to the boil nicely. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to get the milk. Now, just a good thing about the milk, I'm going to be using what I've got in the fridge, which is obviously the full fat milk, which is not a problem at all. If you want to use semi-skimmed, you can use semi-skimmed, that's not a problem at all. You can even use skimmed milk if that's what your preference is. But I'll be honest, chai often works best with semi-skimmed or full fat. Skimmed milk, I think it would just be a little bit too, yeah, not nice. But yeah, definitely semi-skimmed, I've tried it and it works absolutely fine, and you still get the rich flavour. The milk full fat is the traditional way of making it. For the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you how we make it traditionally, so I'm using a full fat milk. And what we're going to do here, I'm just going to pour it in now. Now we've got a nice gentle boil going on. The tea bag and the cardamom pods had enough time. I'm just going to pop the milk in. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, after adding the milk, it's obviously changed the colour. It's definitely got more of the lighter concentrated colour of it, but it's got definitely a tea colour coming through. But what we're going to do, we're going to leave that now gently to boil. Give it an opportunity to bring about. When I say we're going to leave it to boil, it shouldn't take any more than about, I would say about 5 to 7 minutes at most. No, probably even 5 minutes. So I've got my famous little ladle here. Just gonna put that into here. Just give it a little whisk about. Now, again, there's another thing which you can do by preference here. It's entirely up to you. I prefer to add sugar to the tea directly. So what I'm going to do, I mean, I'm going to be basically eyeballing this, but I mean, because I'm preparing sugar for 3 people, well, for 3 cups of tea, I'm going to be using approximately, I would say, 6 to 7 teaspoons of sugar. So I'm just going to put that in here. Oh, got a little hole there. Okay, so yeah, basically, but with you guys, if you prefer to add your sugar to the teacups directly afterwards at the end when you're pouring it, you can do that. It's no problem at all. I prefer to let the sugar cook in with the chai and to just give it the complete mix, because that's what they do back home. That's about as authentic as it gets. But I mean, if you really want to have your sugar at the end with it, you can do that. So there's no harm. But we'll just give us an opportunity to brew now again. So, just to recap, I used a little bit of water, about a teacup of water. I used 2 tea bags. In my case, I used PG tips, and I added 3 cardamom pods. You can add 4, you can add 5. It really makes no difference. 3, I would say, is minimum, just to really bring out the flavour, to infuse it a bit more. 3, you'll notice the difference. 2 might be a bit weak. 1, just not enough flavour. So I would say at least 3 quite big cardamom pods. When the heat is up, it's on a medium boil. Okay. I used to see this in the tea shops, and I used to think it was a bit gimmicky. I mean, why are they doing this? Why are they picking the tea up and just dropping it down? And then I realised there is actually a method in the madness. It really does help force the flavours around. It forces the tea bag to release the flavours. It forces the spice from the cardamom pods to infuse into the liquid. And this is why the chai tastes as amazing as it does. Don't get me wrong, English tea is nice if you need a quick fix, but there's something about chai, or doodh tea in this case, which really hits the spot. Like, you know you've had a cup of tea when you've had this. I mean, English tea is just, like I said, it's just a quick way of getting your quick fix, but this is satisfying. This is what the beauty of this tea is. When you've drunk this tea, you know you've drunk well. Okay. So I'm going to put the ladle down for a minute. Give that opportunity just to brew. In the early days, I used to be a bit of a nonce, and I would walk off and come back in a few minutes. I would say at this stage, definitely do not walk off. When this boils, it will rise. And if you walk away, it will overflow the pan and create a mess. So what I would say is, obviously, you stay here, keep an eye on it. I'm just behind the camera here, keeping an eye on it, being absolutely firm. I'm just waiting for the moment when it rises, when we turn the heat down. We're going to let it go up and let it go down. We'll let it rise a few times just to force the final bit of that brew to infuse. And then we can shut the gas off, and hopefully that'll be ready for serving. Nice lovely colour. If you like it a bit richer, even if you want a really strong tea taste, you can add more than 2 tea bags. You can add 3 tea bags even. I mean, I am preparing this for 3 people, so if you was to say tea bag per person, that's absolutely fine. But I find that for a teaspoon, you know, a pan, you know, 2 tea bags is enough for preparation for several people. You can often tell when the tea is nearly ready, because you often see a layer forming on the top, and it looks a bit crinkly. I'm not sure if you can make it out from here, but it's just forming. That crinkly layer, they often call it malai, and malai is just like another way of saying like a skimmy kind of layer on the top of the milk. That's absolutely harmless if you see that. That we could just scoop out if it bothers you. But you can see the tea is now brewing. It's really frothing up now. We've got loads of bubbles coming in. We've got the tea bags now moving into the center. The liquid is now preparing to rise. So this is the point where we've got to keep an eye on this just to make sure we don't let it overflow the pan. You can see what I mean about it rising. And here we go. So now it's gonna rise. What I want to do, just to also help the process, I'm just gonna keep ladling it, try and fight the rise, just to encourage the brewing still. But we will let it rise and lower a few times. Let's force the rising process. Okay, so okay, and up it comes, down it goes. Let's turn it back up again, let it rise. The idea being me by turning it up and turning it down and making it rise and making it fall is that I'm just forcing that last bit of the brew to really concentrate from the tea bags and the cardamom pods inside. You can see the chai frothing and bubbling and going absolutely nuts. That's going to bring out so much flavour. And because I've already added the sugar, it's going to be pretty much ready for serving, and off we go. Alright, that is it. That is the chai now done. So all that's left for me to do now is to basically serve it up. And here we have it. This is now my cup of chai, now fully served up. I haven't bothered to use a sieve, but if you wanted a sieve, if you're afraid of you know, accidentally getting some of the cardamom pods in your mouth, because it can be unwelcome flavour if you're new to it. But obviously use a sieve to make sure that you take the tea bag and the herbs out of the tea. Yeah, in this case I poured it straight into the mug. It looks absolutely incredible. It looks like a traditional chai. It's got the nice smell. I can smell the cardamom infused with the tea bag. And this is an authentic smell, authentic taste of Asia. This is what I would expect if I went back home, or if I went into you know, a professional Pakistan-Indian restaurant and asked for a cup of chai. This is how you would get it. And you know, this for me is it is so satisfying. I mean, like I said, the English cup of tea, we've become accustomed to it. It's a typical, you know, quickly put a kettle on, nice way of getting your caffeine fix in the morning. But when you've got the time on the weekend, when you're having a nice breakfast and you want a nice cup of tea, this is the most satisfying cup of tea you can have. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. Feel free to like and subscribe, and any comments, or maybe if you got any ideas about maybe the variations of the chai that you like, please leave a comment below. But thanks so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. All the best.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot.